सो हाय गाइस, वेलकम टू अन अकेडमी। आज हमारे साथ हैं AIR 178 ऐश्वर्या प्रसाद। सो हाय ऐश्वर्या, वेलकम टू दी सेशन।
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I feel really grateful and privileged.
ऐश्वर्या, सबसे पहले तो रिजल्ट्स आ चुके हैं, रिजल्ट्स आपने अपना देख लिया है एंड इसीलिए मैं आपसे सबसे पहले यही पूछना चाहूंगी कि कैसा लगा आपको रिजल्ट को देखकर? क्या इतनी अमेजिंग रैंक आप एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे थे?
Actually, I was firstly inoculated with so much delight, and it was like overwhelming, to be honest. That was just great. I was like, finally, all the hard work paid off.
एब्सोल्युटली, आई अग्री टोटली। आई मीन इतनी बड़ी जर्नी होती है नीट एग्जाम की, 1 ईयर, 2 ईयर, 3 ईयर, 4 ईयर लॉन्ग प्रोसेस। एंड आई बिलीव जैसे आप क्लास 10th से तो एक वो ड्रीम देखना तो हम स्टार्ट कर ही देते हैं। तो इतनी बड़ी जर्नी के बाद जब आपको एक्चुअली वो अपना गोल अचीव होता हुआ दिखाई देता है तो ओवरवेलमिंग एंड इट्स एन अमेजिंग फीलिंग, आई एम श्योर। ऐश्वर्या, आई एम श्योर हमारे लर्नर्स और मैं भी स्पेशली जानना चाहूंगी, अपने बैकग्राउंड के बारे में बताइए, आपके स्टडीज, आप कहाँ से आते हैं एंड our learners will be very happy to know कि ऐश्वर्या ने अपना ये जो एग्जाम है क्रैक किया along with क्लास 12th। तो बहुत सारे हमारे लर्नर्स को ऐसा लगता है कि यार क्लास 12th के बाद बिना ड्रॉप लिए हो पाएगा फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में, बट देन ऐश्वर्या हियर इज एन एग्जाम्पल। सो ऐश्वर्या, आप हमेशा से ही क्या आई मीन स्कूल में भी टॉपर्स की लिस्ट में ही शामिल थे, ऐसा कुछ रहा?
Actually, to keep my modesty, I feel really humble, to be honest. I was always fascinated by science. And yeah, I scored pretty well back in school days. I participated in a lot of many Olympiads and science stuff, debates. So I've always been really intrigued by physics, biology, and all. So yeah, I scored pretty well.
Yeah. So out of physics, biology and chemistry, आपका भी favorite subject was biology, or you are a little different from our yeah.
Actually, quite contrary to the popular opinion, my favorite subject has always been physics. And on the other hand, chemistry was the least favorite of mine. Actually, I got into physics with YDSC and wave optics. It always, just bewildering. I was filled with so much amazement. Ki, oh my God, light can behave as wave and particle and that all. And then again, biology. Actually, I got into medicine, biology with neuroscience. And to be honest, I'll tell you, like, NCRT people see it as a liability, most of the NEET aspirants. But when you actually read it with keeping aside all that you're doing this just for scoring good, when you actually see or understand what it tries to invoke the curiosity and cater the same to the students. Because at the beginning of class 12, I did not like the chapters evolution and ecology, because it is
A lot
very
of
tedious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is very tedious and laborious. But then how the genetics, like population genetics, and how it relates to evolution, the co-evolution, mutualism, how the Mediterranean of virus, and how these intricacies together orchestrate the life and organism and evolution, it was just fascinating. It blew me away. So
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, I need to get into this. So that's how I took up NEET.
So basically, you are trying to say कि कैसे, one topic is related to the another one. Once you are able to relate, then learning becomes fun.
Exactly. Even biology and physics, many people have this conception that these two are separate entities. But I do not think so. I think they are very interlaced with each other. For example, like the anatomy of ear, the working of ear, and how the tectorial membrane and the shearing force, and how it also employs some parts and aspects of physics into it, is just breathtaking. So
Yeah. And abhi, I'm a chemistry educator, and आपने कहा that chemistry was actually your least favorite, right? Let's come to that. And then what score you actually managed for chemistry?
actually, the guidance of my teacher really helped me, because I couldn't really wrap around my head around chemistry. Like, this is happening, this is the reaction mechanism. Then I spent literally weeks and weeks thinking about entropy. What is entropy? I don't understand it truly, like what it signifies. But then eventually, when you start reading NCRT, like the organic chemistry part, the inorganic one, you understand that how it is related to biology, chemistry in everyday life. For example, the tranquilizers and all this. I think I think reading NCRT, clearing the concepts, and not getting distracted by various amounts of reference book. I did not refer to any reference book. It's like, when you're laser focused on one particular matter and you try to perfect it, I think that really helps in NEET.
तो लर्नर्स या मैं अपने स्टूडेंट्स को ना हमेशा ही बताती हूँ दैट ऐसा नहीं होता है, क्योंकि हमारा ना एक इमेजिनेशन रहता है टॉपर्स मतलब पूरा रूम ऐसे बुक से भरा हुआ होगा, बट एक्चुअली ऐसा होता नहीं है. टॉपर्स के जो रिसोर्सेज होते हैं ना हमेशा लिमिटेड और एब्सोल्युटली प्रिसाइज होते हैं. सो नॉट मेनी बट द राइट वंस. यू हैव टू फोकस ऑन द राइट रिसोर्सेज, जहां पर आई बिलीव एनसीईआरटी इज ऑन द टॉप ऑफ द लिस्ट, राइट? सो सब्जेक्ट कोई भी है, फिजिक्स है, केमिस्ट्री है, बायोलॉजी है, इवेंचुअली कॉन्सेप्ट बिल्डिंग, अ लॉट ऑफ एक्सटेंसिव क्वेश्चन प्रैक्टिस इज what is going to help you. Aishwarya, also ये जर्नी के दौरान, बिकॉज दिस इज सच अ लॉन्ग जर्नी, और आप काफी बार डिमोटिवेटेड फील करते हो. आई एम श्योर आपके साथ भी ऐसा हुआ होगा, जहां पर मार्क्स कम आते हैं. कभी स्टार्टिंग में लेट्स से मार्क्स बहुत अच्छा आ रहे हैं, बट सडनली किसी एक दो टेस्ट में मार्क्स ड्रॉप कर गए, तो डिमोटिवेशन आता है. या फिर फॉर एनी रीजन, बी इट फॉर हेल्थ रीजन, या हमें कहीं जाना पड़ गया, बिकॉज ऑफ विच बैकलॉग्स बन जाता है. और उसके बाद जब हम इन जनरल बिकॉज ऑफ द प्रेशर ऑफ द एग्जाम हम जब डीमोटिवेटेड फील करते हैं या फिर लो फील करते हैं, then what was that which actually kept you going?
Actually, to be really honest, I need to put it out there because it really go unprecedented in many of the talks that people are fed to, like the students need aspirin. Actually, I was clinically diagnosed with dysthymia, which is chronic depression, and I developed this fear of examination because I thought I was inadequate. मेरे से score नहीं होगा, I would fail, and this became very rampant and rigorous after NTSE because for my health issues, I wasn't able to crack NTSE, and that really demotivated me. I was like, what if I couldn't crack NEET? What if it doesn't go the way I planned it to? And I felt really demotivated. Whenever my marks used to drop down, I went into a state of panic. I was like, oh my God, this isn't working. What do I need to do? Do I have to, like study 16 hours or 18 hours a day? I was like, but I think that is a very futile approach. It is not sustainable. So one thing that really helped me is, apart from the study, obviously you have to set a bare minimum for every day, because one thing that must be the highlight of your entire NEET journey is that it's not about intensity. It's not about how you compare yourself with others. Like, wo dekho, wo to 700 score kar raha hai, and I couldn't even score 650. It's not about that. It's about what you strive for, what your dreams, and how you're managing it. You analyzing your performance and then working upon your weak points. So what I used to do, first of all, like apart from the study, like the 10-hour or whatsoever 12-hour study schedule, I used to devote some time to exercise. And I think that exercising, cycling, or maybe just 30 minutes workout or a mindfulness session of yoga, that really helped my anxiety. And another thing is, like, even if you study, what happened, especially in chemistry with me, I used to study so much out of anxiety, but then during the examination, when I saw the chemistry questions, even though I know I have read this question, I have just revised chemical bonding, but I just couldn't recall. Like, I went blank for chemistry especially, and it was just out of panic, it was just out of anxiety and nothing else. Not that I did not study. So one thing is that you need to be really collected and calm while solving the paper. If you start losing your wits, even though you've studied really hard, but if you are unable to maintain the calmness inside you, I think all your efforts would not be as rewarding as it should be. So that's exercising and a good diet.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree because, jab tak hum mentally and physically, unless we are relaxed, we are totally involved, tab tak I don't think we can perform to our optimum level of efficiency. And hence, super important hai ki padhai to karni, obviously there is no other substitute to that, but then you have to make sure that there is a balanced approach, and mentally we are also feeling equally relaxed. And I believe being physically active at the same time, meditation really helps. Acha, Aishwarya, did you like completely stop using social media? Like you were not there on any social media platform, or were you?
Actually, obviously prior to like 2 months before NEET, social media I just stopped using is because, you need to devote yourself to make your dreams and manifest it as reality. But then back in 11th grade, actually, I am much into literature. So I always use social media as a means of meeting people, who are like-minded and had this same, were on the same spectrum about books and literature and science. So I used to be there for those reasons. But then again, at some point, it just gets distracting, and it's really distracting. But then, so it's like you need to prioritize, like what
Yeah.
is your priority right now. You can use Instagram after you're done with NEET. You literally have nothing to do for 2 months after NEET. So it's like there's time for everything. It's like it's time where you have to study right now, and then there would be time where you would actually enjoy social media. So I thought prioritizing your likings and what's important right now is very important as well.
Absolutely. Making sure that our, energy and everything is just going one way, and hence the results. Okay, so you were confident, like जैसे आप exam देकर आए, after coming out of the examination hall, what was the first thought कि हाँ मतलब इतना अच्छा rank आप expect कर रहे थे? I'm sure exam देने के बाद इतना तो समझ आ ही जाता है कि exam अच्छा हुआ and I'll be selected. But then were you expecting such rank?
Actually, I did anticipate कि inflation ज़्यादा होगा इस बार, because I watched, like, I saw people on internet, they were like, I scored 700, I scored 700, I scored 680. I'm like, there are many students who did well. So I was like, okay, inflation to hoga. But then when I came out of the examination hall, I was like, oh my God, that was worth it. The 2 years were worth it. So yeah.
Okay. And how about the role of your parents in this journey?
Oh my God. My parents have given such tremendous support throughout my entire journey, because there were times when I used to score so low. I used to just crawl to my mom's side, and then I used to color, and I was crying, and she was like, oh, it's okay. It's okay. You'll have many chances. Even my father, it's like, doesn't matter what you're scoring right now, just keep working towards it. It's just the NEET score that would matter the final day. It's luck, it's your hard work, everything will go right.
Absolutely. So I totally agree. I mean, this is not just the learning of the journey of the learner alone, but then the teacher as well as the parents.
Yeah. Yes, truly.
And apart from your parents, who was the biggest motivator for you? Apart from your parents, any friends or somebody?
Actually, my teachers have been so supportive, so supportive. It's like whenever I used to call them out of despondency, I was like, so I'm not scoring, I'm stuck at this 680, I have to score more, I desire for more. But then they're like, it's okay, it's gonna be okay. And at last, what I'd like to say is, like, during this entire journey, I think one thing that NEET aspirants must keep in mind is that kindness to yourself. You must believe in yourself. No matter what results you've gotten up till now, it's okay. Self-belief is what will be your propelling force towards your success. No matter what anybody else says, you must believe in yourself. You can do it with conviction, with resilience and persistence. It's gonna go your way, the way you plan, and you will achieve it. That's what I like to say.
I totally agree. And what was it that you were doing different, especially during the last, 60-30 days of the exam?
The last 60-30 days, I think the pressure was intense. It was intense. It was astronomical. But then having a structured schedule, a revision plan, it's like there was this one particular post that I saw recently. It was about physics vectors. So when in physics, when there are random vectors in random direction, the resultant would be 0. So one thing is that you must be really organized with the hard work you put in your studies, because like the vectors arranged in a particular direction would give you the resultant vector in that particular direction. So that's what important, like not just blindly putting efforts. Okay, today I feel like doing biology, let's do this chapter. And then it's like, oh no, I don't feel like doing chemistry, let's do physics. It's not a structured way of studying. Having like completely deciding that when you have to do appear for test series And fearing tests is not the way out. It's okay if you haven't studied, if you haven't covered the portion, just appear for the test. Like, test yourself where
Yeah,
you're
you make
lacking.
mistake, but then you can learn and eventually improve. That is how, which is actually the best idea to boost your score, especially during the last days.
Yes, yes. It's like fearing tests is just pointless. Just go for it. Take it like a menial or a trivial job. It's like you're appearing, testing your knowledge. Just do whatever you're finding it easy, and then like analyze and then work on it.
Absolutely. I mean, it is okay to make mistakes, but let's make sure we are not repeating them. And with the help of our mistakes, actually, we can learn and make sure that we do not commit the same mistake, especially during the exam, which eventually boost our score. Okay, so Aishwarya, which dream college are you actually, looking for now, and why exactly that college?
Actually, AIIMS Delhi to nahi hoga because 178, but that's okay. Life goes on. Anyway, I was looking for maybe MAMC or VMMC because, first of all, Delhi colleges are all top notch, I'd rather say. I mean, all the colleges, MBBS from any college is absolutely amazing, but then I was looking for any Delhi college because the patient flow is vigorous.
Where are you residing currently?
I am in Nagpur, yeah.
Okay, great. So, yeah, any message in particular for our learners who are watching you?
I'd like to say, like, keep fostering the curiosity that you were innately built with. Don't let it die. Like, rekindle that fascination, because physics, science, just, keep affirming yourselves why you're here, why you took science in the first place. What were your dreams? Do not let these, marks or whatever results let you down. Just keep working for what you wanted to achieve and have that self-belief. Like, just work hard and you will achieve it. Self-belief with hard work, conviction, and fostering your curiosity. Yeah, that's that.
Absolutely. The right habits, like Aishwarya said, that it is not just about the intensity, but about the mindfulness to know when what is important, and not that ki abhi biology padhne ka hi man hai, to bas biology hi padhna hai, but then rather going with a balanced approach, and especially the right habits, be it consistency, discipline, sincerity, no other alternatives for that. And Aishwarya, I'm sure our learners have learned a lot from your journey. Any special last message, especially to our NEET 2024-25 learners, how they can learn from their mistakes? And like you said, through this journey, you also had that phase where, you were depressed, but then you made sure that you came out of it, and, with such flying colors.
Again, it's just, I'd like to re-emphasize over and over again, self-belief. Be kind to yourself. And it's just, every time I got, depressed about marks and not scoring, but then again, there was something from chemistry or maybe physics that was like, oh my God, that is so interesting. What's that all about? Oh my God, about this biology, this Mediterranean of virus, why does it do that way? So it's like, once you just keep learning and, allowing yourself to actually grasp this science or whatever you'd like to, have that friendship with these subjects. It's like, just allow yourself to be, in your comfort zone and keep learning, keep working hard, just exercise, eat good food, and just stay happy. Talk with your family, let it out, don't be anxious. It's gonna go all well. Eventually it'll turn out really well.
So I believe a lot of demotivation has to, we usually compare ourselves with the others, what others are doing, how they are scoring, which I believe is not a very good idea, because this exam is not really about comparing yourself to the other aspirant, rather knowing and understanding and working on what will make you perform to your optimum level. And that is what all matters. Working on factors which will ensure that you are performing on your optimum level of efficiency, and I believe from there you can reciprocate the desired results. Aishwarya, it was great having you. I'm sure our learners were able to learn so much from you. And in fact, one thing I would say, like Aishwarya even mentioned here, especially अगर आपकी जर्नी में भी ऐसा कभी फेज आता है जहां पर आप डिप्रेस्ड फील कर रहे हो, एंड अगर आपको ऐसा लग रहा है दैट you know, ये बहुत ज्यादा हो रहा है and I'm not able to cope up with this. Make sure you are sharing it with your parents, with your teachers, with your mentors. And इसीलिए इस जर्नी में पेरेंट्स का बहुत सिग्निफिकेंट रोल होता है, टीचर्स का बहुत सिग्निफिकेंट रोल होता है, आपके मेंटोर्स का बहुत सिग्निफिकेंट रोल होता है. मेक श्योर कि कहीं भी आपको कोई भी प्रॉब्लम आ रही है ना, जस्ट लुक फॉर द सोल्यूशन. एवरीथिंग, जहां भी प्रॉब्लम है, देयर इज अ सोल्यूशन टू इट. फिक्स द सोल्यूशन, हैव फेथ इन योरसेल्फ. यू हैव टू बिलीव इन योरसेल्फ. वंस यू स्टार्ट बिलीविंग इन योरसेल्फ, once you start working on the right factors in the right direction, फिर उसके बाद you will only see your goal and your achievements. Well, thank you so much, Aishwarya. I'll see you again the next time. Make sure the learners who are watching us, if you want more such sessions and और भी ऐसी बहुत सारे टॉपर्स की जर्नी से अगर आप सीखना चाहते हैं तो सेशन को जरूर लाइक कीजिएगा. At the same time, make sure you have subscribed the channel so that you stay tuned with many more such sessions. Thank you very much. Good luck and take care.